All right, sit the fuck down. You ain't gonna believe what I'm about to tell you. This ain't a movie, even though it sounds like one. This ain't clickbait, this is real life, and it's fucking insane. This is a federal indictment, folks, and it reads like a Scorsese script on acid. We got Mafia families rigging high-stakes poker games with X-ray machines. We got NBA players throwing passes like they forgot what sport they were playing. And we got fucking LeBron James. Yeah, King James. He's in this story. Not charged, mind you, but wrapped up in it like marinara on a big old plate of spaghetti. His name is all over this mess. And as if that ain't enough to make your head spin, we got P. Diddy, Mr. Bad Boy himself, getting a shiv pressed to his throat in his fucking cell. Yeah, you heard me right, so buckle the fuck up. Court is in session and the evidence is gonna blow your mind. So let me start where it stinks the worst. The fucking NBA. The league that pretends it's cleaner than a nun's laundry. Turns out the feds just indicted over 30 people tied to a massive mafia-backed gambling scheme. We're talking rigged games, insider info, and illegal poker joints that make Vegas look like a church bingo night. And who's one of the star defendants? Terry Rozier. I'm making nearly $20 million a year, and he's out here throwing games, intentionally missing shots for a couple $100,000 in shady prop bets? Are you fucking kidding me? This is the part I don't get. You're making $2 million a month, and this mook's acting like he needs lunch money from the mob. You ever seen a guy make a pass so bad you thought he was blindfolded and drunk? A pass that goes into the third row and hits some lady's popcorn? Turns out it wasn't bad luck. It was part of the fucking plan. He wasn't just having an off night. He was committing a felony in front of 20,000 witnesses. And then we got this other genius, Damon Jones. Used to be LeBron's shooting coach, his teammate, his tight friend, you name it. This guy's got direct access to the king himself. And what does he do with that access? He sells his friend out. He's selling confidential injury updates on LeBron to his dirtbag gambling buddies before they're made public. The indictment has the text messages. It's Exhibit A. Is texting these wise guys, get a big bet on Milwaukee. LeBron ain't playing tonight, before the information is out. And guess what? LeBron didn't play. Sore ankle, they said. It wasn't even on the official injury report yet. That, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is called insider fucking trading. In any other industry, Wall Street, real estate, that's a first-class non-stop ticket to federal fucking prison. But here, in the magical world of the NBA, they just call LeBron Unnamed Player 3 to protect the brand. Yeah, unnamed my fucking ass. We all know who Player 3 is. Now let's look at the other players in this indictment. This ain't some low-level bookies. The feds named the big boys. The Gambino family, the Genovese family, the Colombo family, the Bonanno family. 4 of the 5 families. Real deal fucking mafia. These ain't TikTok gangsters with face tattoos. These are old-school concrete shoes, say goodnight to your kneecaps types. And they weren't just taking bets. They were running the whole fucking operation. They rigged high-stakes poker games with X-ray machines built into the tables, cameras hidden in the chip trays, marked cards that were only visible through fucking special contact lenses, and card shufflers that were feeding data to some creep off-site. This wasn't amateur hour. This was a sophisticated, casino-level warfare operation. And the NBA's dirt was just the appetizer. It was a way to get the rich guys in the door. Let me spell this out for you, because the technology here is insane. A bunch of rich suckers, businessmen, maybe a few athletes, thought they were playing in a high-stakes exclusive poker game. Turns out they were playing fucking laser tag with a team of mobsters wearing high-tech night vision goggles. They knew every card that was coming before it even hit the table. The shuffler read the deck, a computer off-site analyzed the hands, and a guy at the table got a buzz in his pocket telling him who to bet against. You think you're slick with your pocket aces? You're about to go all in? Nah, buddy. They already know. They know the flop, the turn, and the river. You're not a player. You're the mark. You're getting milked faster than a cow in Wisconsin during dairy season. And when the players couldn't pay up their $500,000 debts, extortion, beatings, threats of violence, guns. One guy even got robbed at gunpoint for the card shuffler itself because it was such a valuable piece of criminal equipment. You can't make this shit up, but they did, and they made millions. Now, let's switch courts for a second. Let's talk about P. Diddy, Mr. Can't Stop, Won't Stop. He's locked up in a federal detention center on sex trafficking charges, and if that ain't enough to keep you up at night, one night he wakes up with a shiv to his throat. An inmate sneaks into his fucking cell while he's sleeping, holds a blade to his neck, and whispers in his ear, "Next time, it won't be a warning." You call that jail? That's a fucking mob audition. The message is clear. We can get to you whenever we want. And his buddies out here on the street saying, it was just intimidation. Diddy's from Harlem, it didn't work. Oh, it didn't work, really? Listen, if I wake up with cold steel on my jugular, intimidation is the least of my fucking problems. I'm thinking about survival. Diddy went from the penthouse to the penitentiary, and he just found out his celebrity status don't mean a damn thing in there. You think this is just about a few fixed games or some dirty poker hands? Nah, this is bigger. This is about control. This is how the Mafia operates in the 21st century. They don't just break legs anymore. That's messy. They use information. They use contracts, payoffs, and they find the weak link. The friends of friends who got locker room access and know which superstar's knee hurts on a Tuesday. It's a system of influence and extortion. And the NBA? You think they didn't know? They hired a firm, U.S. Integrity, to monitor the bets. They spotted the weird shit, the sudden player scratches before they were announced, the lopsided prop bets that made no sense. But what did they do? They buried it. Why? Because the brand must be protected at all costs. An investigation would be bad for business. Fuck the truth. Let's protect the merch sales. It's a classic cover-up. So you think this is just the NBA? You think LeBron's the only big name caught up in this mess? Wake the fuck up. This is how the world works. When your coach, your own fucking shooting coach, is selling your injury updates to the mob, when your friends are making six figures off your sore ankle, that ain't just betrayal. That's fucking warfare with a smile. It proves that everyone has a price. And as for Diddy, let that be a lesson to all you high flyers out there. It doesn't matter how many hits you had in the 2000s, how many yachts you own, or how many parties you threw. Once you're in the lion's den, your past means jack shit. They don't care if you're Harlem royalty. All they see is a piece of meat. The whole damn system is rigged, from the basketball court to the jail cell. So that's it for now. Subscribe to this channel, hit the like, and share this video with someone who still thinks the NBA is just a fucking game. And leave a comment below if you ever doubted for a second that the whole system has been rigged from top to bottom. And remember, you ain't gonna hear this shit on ESPN. Chris Dallas, Celebrity Recreations. We don't play games. We expose who's playing you. Vinny, out.